And welcome back to another episode of Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. I am the Corey C. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to be notified of all future episodes. We're on all podcast outlets: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, you name it. So follow the show and let every Tiger you know, let them know. All right, tell them about the show. Definitely, we need your support. It all helps the cause, which is the I love Jackson State University. All right, so we want you to get to know all the new additions who'll be wearing the JSU uniform this upcoming season. So we're taking it to the trenches because this is what everyone wants to hear about, wants to talk about, wants to know about. So we're getting one of the big guys in. Definitely want you to meet him, hear from him, learn about him. He is an All-American. That's what we love to hear. A JUCO All-American from a familiar junior college, Lackawanna. You already know the name, none other than DeAndre Towns Blue. Welcome to Tiger Talk with 1400 Club.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me. How you
Oh
doing?
man. Oh man, doing well, man. Just a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Definitely, we've been waiting on this one. As soon as that name came across our phones, as far as a commitment, everybody, a lot of fans didn't know. They weren't expecting it. They said, "What? What?" Because that's what they want to know about. Really, this offensive line. It's always the big concern. So when they saw that name come through, they really got happy. So couldn't wait to bring you on the show. So, man, congratulations and welcome to the family.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like when I went on my visit to Jackson, it was just like I liked everything, and it was just Coach Jo and Coach
Okay.
TC, the new O line coach, Coach Jo,
Mm-hmm.
really like made me feel comfortable down there talking to them. Like just made me really want to be a part of what they was building. And Coach TC really made me comfortable, like made me feel like he wanted me as a player, but not only he made my mom feel comfortable as well too. So that meant a lot.
Talk about that, man. Especially the mom. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's always, mom, parents, family members, just taking in how they feel about it as well and taking that into consideration. So, with your mom, did she get a chance to talk with the coaching staff, or did she go on the visit, or how'd that play out?
So I went on the visit alone because my mom wasn't able to make it.
Okay.
But down there on the visit, Coach TC, like he was talking to my mom on the phone many times, like when we was outside, like viewing everything, like when I was just looking at campus and stuff like that. They made my mom real comfortable, and then she always was just letting me choose the best school for me, like that I felt like fit me the most too, and that's how I felt about Jackson. And she supported me all the way.
And that's what I wanted to know. I mean, of course, you're a grown man now, so letting you make that decision. Obviously, I'm sure she had her in her mind who she would like for you to choose, but she allowed you to make that decision. I'm sure she didn't put any pressure on you.
She was just happy to see me like be
That's
comfortable with the school, with the coaches. Like she know I'm gonna be around them 24/7 more than anyone else down in Jackson. And she was comfortable with Coach TC. She seen that he's a real family man.
hmm
Just liked everything that Coach TC was doing, and she supported me on all my decisions. She's just happy to see me go to school.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what has life been like since you committed? What's some of that feedback? I mean, of course, you talked about your mom, but other family, friends, and teammates, and things like that. What was
A lot
the
of people been
feedback?
congratulating me, like happy for me, like Tiger Nation. They've been real happy and like they real supportive. I like that, especially on Twitter, like
Mhm.
social media everywhere for real. And then yeah, like everything been good. Like honestly, it's just like relieving because JUCO it's real hard to make it out.
Mhm.
Not many people make it out of JUCO.
Yeah.
I was able to be an All American. I was happy to do that. My first year even playing tackle. I usually play
Mhm.
guard.
Okay.
So that was different too. Like my first year playing tackle, I got All American status.
So, in high school, you played guard, and in year one at JUCO, you played guard, and you moved to
Th-
tackle for your second year, right?
yes,
Okay. So, what brought that move about? Was that your decision? Was it a coaching staff decision to
it
do
was
what's
just
best for the team?
it was the best fit for the team at the time. We had a tackle that had went down, and they needed me to move from starting left guard to left tackle, and I just had made the decision for the team.
Okay, so now this is Tiger Talk. You can be honest, and the reason why I say that is because, well, let me give you a story first. So we have a guy by the name of James Houston. He plays for the Detroit Lions. He was a rookie this past season. Had a standout rookie season. He came on late, but had he played a full season, he would have been up for Rookie of the Year because he was one of the league leaders in sacks. Even in the short amount of games that he played, he transferred from Florida to Jackson State. He was a linebacker his entire career, and the coaching staff at the time, it was Coach Prime and his crew, they wanted him. They saw that he was a natural edge rusher, so they wanted him to move to the defensive end position. And he was resistant. He was hesitant. He didn't like it. He just was against it. But they told him that it was in his best interest, and he finally decided to go ahead and go along with it. And it just changed his life. Should have been SWAC Defensive Player of the Year. I think he had 16, 17 sacks. I forget the number. I forget the exact number, but went ahead to be drafted by the Detroit Lions. And again, the rest is history. So again, be honest. When they first approached you with that,
I didn't want to, because I was comfortable at guard. Like, it's, even though it's the same position, it's two different kind of skills, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then it's left tackle. So like, that's like, I feel like that's the most important, because that's
important.
the QB blind side.
Mm-hmm.
So you not really there for your QB, and he can't even see. You gonna get him. You can get him hurt bad. So like,
so huge responsibility.
yeah. So like, when I first made the switch, my coach really had to convince me at first. He was like, one, your recruitment gonna go up. It's gonna show that you more like agile, like you more versatile, you more agile too, because you're gonna be going with faster, smaller guys that's gonna be trying to beat you off the edge. So I just made that decision on switching. I was like, yeah, I want to prove that I can do it. I don't want to just say no and then like I never knew. And then it helped me out in the long run for real. My recruitment went like further.
Mm-hmm.
I had been talking to Coach Jo for probably like one of the first schools to hit me up since I moved to tackle for real.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that first season of junior college ended, let's say December. When did you make that transition to tackle?
I didn't make the transition to tackle until second game of this season.
Oh, so it wasn't in the off season.
No,
Wow, so the season already started.
yeah,
So wow, okay.
yeah, so that was like different to me, because I started right guard my first year. Then they moved me to left guard because they wanted me to be on that blind side more, and they felt like I would fit better over there. So then
Wow.
going into the season, like spring ball after my first season, I was at left guard. Then coming in back fall camp, I was at left guard. Then some reason they made that switch, like they chose me, and then I had just stepped up and played it.
Did you get reps that week in practice before that game, or it wasn't a game day decision, was it?
I was like backup, right tackle, left tackle.
Okay. Okay.
Occasionally, I did some reps in practice at tackle, but it was never like game situation.
Mm-hmm.
So it was different, and it was
Wow.
going like threes and twos. So it wasn't like going with your R1s. And then once I started going with R1s, I feel like we had like some of the best edge rushers in JUCO.
Mm-hmm.
From my JUCO, honestly, especially like our linebackers too that we blitz off the edge. That really got me prepared and like sped me up, like catching up at tackle
Mm-hmm. So
development.
why do you think you were able to transition so seamlessly and so quickly? Because that's a big deal, especially in the middle of the season.
I say my coaches here at Lackawanna really helped me, like, just because the way we're coached, they coach us all like the same. They already coach us to have two positions, because
Mm-hmm.
you want to be as versatile as possible. So if you don't play center and guard, you got to play tackle and guard here. So
Mm-hmm.
automatically, it was just more of getting more reps at it, honestly, and being comfortable, getting out my
Mm-hmm.
own head. I feel like that's what really helped me, because once you say something in your head like you can't do something, I feel like you never gonna do it
Mm-hmm.
physically ever.
That's true. That's true. So on Tiger Talk, we have those diehard football nerds who totally understand the game, and then we have just casual football fans who just love Jackson State. They love going to the games. They just, just that school spirit. They may not understand football as much. So I want you to talk to the fan who doesn't really just understand positions and things like that. They see five guys on the offensive line and think it's the same. They know the one guy hikes the ball, but that's it. They think the other four guys are pretty much the same. So what's the
Never.
difference? What's
All
the
right,
difference between the two positions?
all right. I'll say like, all right. So the guy that has the ball, that hikes the ball, that's usually, I say, he probably your captain, your loudest guy. That's usually your leader. You want him calling out everything. He telling the whole line what we about to do. You know what I mean? Like he gonna say, yo, you go here, you go here. Like he telling everybody like what we about to do on this play. Your guard, I feel like your guard, he's cleanup. He there for the run game. Like He's there to always hit somebody second. He got to knock a dude down, make sure he stay down. That's how I feel like your guard should play. And that's how I feel like I play guard. Like, I like pulling, I like wrapping around and like hitting somebody right away and then just taking them to the ground. But then at tackle, I feel like that's more finesse and you really moving people. Like, tackle is outside. You probably got a skinnier guy, a
Mhm.
smaller guy that you playing with. When in the interior you got more dudes your size that's moving at your speed. So I feel like tackle, you gotta have that more. You gotta have more footwork. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like, you gotta be more of an athlete at tackle.
Okay. All right. There you have it. Football 101 from DeAndre Towns Blue. Sometimes we have to break it down because we go over some fans' heads, so we have to simplify things for them. So we appreciate that. All right, so Lackawanna College. A lot of our fans, I was talking about some fans are just die hard and some fans are just casual, but most of our fans are familiar with that name Lackawanna because we have a player on our team. Well, he's done. He's out of eligibility. Well, I think he had another year technically of eligibility due to COVID, but nonetheless, he entered his name in the NFL draft. Dejon Nugget Warren, and he hails from Lackawanna College, where he was the number one junior college cornerback in the country when he signed with us. He was committed to Georgia and ended up coming to Jackson State, and he's been doing well in some of the postseason bowls, HBCU Legacy Bowls. So, looking for him to see his name get called on draft day, one of those draft days, to represent Jackson State in the National Football League. And we've recruited there in the past, so we know there's some talent at that school. So that's one of the things that also stood out when we saw your name come across as a commit, where you were coming from. We knew we were getting a good one. And you talked about some of those other guys on the team, some of your teammates as well. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Lackawanna. We want to keep that pipeline coming. I know there were probably some freshmen on that team will be coming up. Can you help us with their recruiting and put in a good word for us?
Definitely. Everybody, I feel like a lot of dogs on our team, especially
Absolutely.
like Nugget was a dog.
Mm-hmm.
He a cool dude too, because he
Okay.
reached out. I talked to him, like, he said congratulations and stuff like that. So he's real
Oh
cool
yeah.
dude. I wish him
Yeah.
all luck going into the draft.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's really good about that. Anyone from obviously from Lackawanna, but anyone from up in that area, whether it's Pennsylvania and Maryland, the DMV where he's from, definitely he'll make those connections. So again, shout out to Nugget. All right, so let's talk about that recruitment out of high school and why you decided to go the JUCO route. So was that an eligibility thing, or was it more so to kind of position yourself to get some different offers?
Yeah, because I had actually my freshman year, I had went to a different high school than one in PA. So when I had switched high schools, the my GPA didn't count as much from from the old high school. Like, the credits and stuff didn't all transfer over. So I was
Hmm.
already behind in my GPA level and my credits. So that's why I had to end up taking the JUCO route. But actually, I
Hmm.
was recruited by my high school QB to come here to Lackawanna.
Okay.
Yeah, he came a year before me, but my recruitment in high school, I had some schools like UConn, Penn State, Maryland, Delaware State, but because of my grades, I wasn't able to like get anywhere, get any real offers.
Okay. And then talk about your time at JUCO. You said it yourself. A lot of people don't make it out. So just talk about that grind. I don't want to say that struggle, but just getting it out the mud. Talk about it.
Yeah, like coming to JUCO, actually, I was actually overweight because coming out of COVID, I
Yeah.
had got real
Okay.
out of shape. I was probably like 383
Mm.
first day in JUCO, and then I had a lot of working out to do. Like, we was working out real hard, and I was at the bottom of the depth chart for like all the camp. Then certain dudes, like, just being in JUCO, certain people just quit, like they just don't make it or they get cut.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
from that, I just like kept staying consistent. I built my way up. I was second string. I made travel list. Then the starting right guard had went down, and I became the starting right guard and continued to be the starting right guard from our second game all the way to the end of our 10-game season. So I probably started 9 games in all, and then from there, after finishing the season, I probably lost like 30 pounds, 30, 40 pounds. And then that's when my recruitment started getting higher with the weight I lost. Like, I started talking to more like D2 schools, lower D1s, like, and that's when, as it kept building up and building up, we went into spring ball. I went into spring ball just trying to lose weight, get in shape, get right how I was before COVID, just trying to get like quicker, faster, stronger, everything. And then with that, that just made me build up because once you stay focused on that path in JUCO, you just gotta like. I feel like I learned how to grow up in JUCO, like be more of a man in JUCO because
Mm.
it's you all on your own. And even though you just like you in college and like everybody grow, it's like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's like not everybody gonna see it. Like when I first went to JUCO, I don't feel like everyone's seen the vision that I had. So learning how to like just be okay with not everybody being in your corner and you just seeing your own path, like for you, that's what like was the biggest thing,
Mm-hmm.
like being in JUCO, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But going into this past season, I had lost 70 pounds and I was like probably like 315. Ended up playing at like 310 throughout the season from losing weight, just from like not being able to like, keep up with the lifting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then now my recruitment went really high, but I really kept talking to Coach Jo for a minute. And once I finally was able to come down there, and I really like seen that he always supported me, always had me number one on his board. Like I was always a guy that he wanted. I feel like I had, like it was just something that like was like for certain. Like it was just like perfect for me at the time.
So how were you able to lose that weight?
Honestly, I was running probably twice before and after practice. My head coach here, Coach Duda, he a Hall of Fame JUCO coach.
Okay.
He really was like putting in work with me on practice. We would be doing different like conditioning, just doing footwork, all that. Like it was just making me lose weight in our weight room. Coach Mike here, our strength and conditioning coach, he real good. He really helped me out with just working out, teaching me like to like work while tired. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like
Mm-hmm.
even though
Mm-hmm.
you done like finish your sets and stuff like that, just like keep moving, keep burning off fat, keep sweating. And that's really what it was, a lot of sweating, honestly.
Okay. Wow. So you put in the work. Definitely got the weight down. And what is the weight currently and ideally for this
Uh
upcoming football season?
Actually we just weighed in today for weight room because I'm still working out with the team here at
Mm-hmm.
Lackawanna until I leave for Jackson. So I weighed in at 320 today,
Okay.
even.
Okay. Is that the ideal playing weight, or have you even talked to Coach Jo or any of the
Uh
Jackson State staff about
Coach
that?
Jo, yeah, said like 320
Okay.
315 is a good weight for me. He liked me at that weight for real.
Okay. Wow. Wow. So you said, you talked about the weight and the transition. And so you had a lot of adversity, but at some point, like we said, you turned it around, you made the position change and you started to pick up some offers and things like that. Ultimately, a JUCO All-American. So what did those offers start to look like once you just really established yourself as the man pretty much?
Mm, I had many offers throughout the SWAC. I had some CAA offers. I had um I had a lot of interest for real because me being a May grad, some schools
Hmm. Yeah.
were more like recruiting me as if like I was like in high school, like almost like I was
Hmm.
being recruited around like my recruitment was going along with theirs, like high school players and
Mm.
stuff like that. So I had like visits to Syracuse, Penn State, different schools like that. But I never felt like it was like I had the connection I did with Coach Jo. Like he was like one of the first people to really recognize me too before I even had kind of like made that switch to tackle.
Hmm.
So that's why I was really like locked in
Okay.
with Jo for a while.
Wow. I know the recruiting game is, and I'm not asking you to get into the specifics of it, but I know it can be kind of crazy. Do you feel as though teams or schools they back off if when you're a junior college May grad as opposed to December? Do you think that affects? I don't mean you in particular. I mean just in
Um,
general. Do you think that affects
in
offers?
general, I feel like yeah, it's better. Like I would say, like not better, but like it's it's a more smoother process as a December grad because like me, I'm one of the guys that was able to sign early as a May grad. Not many people like get that chance because sometimes you got to wait for teams to finish up their spring ball and they
Hmm.
want to see who they got like from who they signed in December. So I feel like yeah, it's like an easier process. It's less people to like be competing with to be like getting recruited too.
Hmm.
Because
So
it's more transfers and junior college guys. Where
gotcha.
I got high school, the portal, like Maygrass have the portal, high
Mm-hmm.
school players,
Yeah.
and other JUCO players. So that's a lot of kids, like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of different players.
So you feel like JSU stuck with you regardless of when you were going to graduate, and
Yes.
didn't
Uh,
quote unquote hold that against you. They still
I
wanted you.
feel like that didn't like that wasn't even a factor in my recruitment
Mm.
for at all. It was just
Wow.
more of like getting me down there.
Wow. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. So let's talk a little bit more about that visit, because of course you said you went on some other visits to some other schools, some big schools. But what happened on that visit that kind of won you over? What are some things that surprised you about the school, the city, the state, etc.?
Um, it was like I don't know how to explain it. Like it wasn't really what I saw or anything. It was just the conversations. Like one, two, like just like talking about what they were trying to do. Like what
Hmm.
was the plan for the team? Like I seen that like the culture was strong there too. Like real supportive throughout the community. And it was like once again it was just talking with Coach TC and Coach JO because I was one of the recruits that came down and I was by myself.
Hmm.
So like they really made sure I was good, I was comfortable, and then it was just like talking to them. It was like I met like people that I feel like I could be around, like that lined up with the principles that I was raised with too. Like you know
Hmm.
what I mean? Like not saying that a coach is your father, but it's like
Hmm.
it's another father figure out there. So
Mm. Huge.
I felt like that was in my choosing too. Like, do my coach morals line up with me? And I felt like Coach Jo, Coach TC really seen that, and they seen me going further. Like they wanted to see my future beyond college football.
Hmm.
So that really helped.
Awesome. And then you mentioned that culture. Now, coming from Pennsylvania, it seems like you've been up in that area for most of your life, if not all your life. But
Yeah.
okay, so coming from that area, prior to being recruited by Jackson State and SWAC schools, and then coming on that visit, how much did you know about HBCU football and culture?
Uh,
Not much.
Truthfully, not much, honestly, because like it's more PWOs up here
Mm-hmm.
and like just my area. Like I grew up right outside of Philly, so
Mm-hmm.
like it's like I don't know, it was more different, but I liked it. I liked how like everything was. Honestly, like down there, I like how the school was. I liked
Mm-hmm.
how the community was. Like they be like they almost treat you like you a pro player. Like you know what I mean. Like it make you feel good about playing for the school, playing for that community.
Wow. You realized that on the visit? You felt that on the visit, or that's more
Yeah,
so over
cause
social media?
I was able to like do a little bit of walking around and stuff. I had like my little tag with me when I was walking around, and I was able to
Okay.
talk to some people and stuff. Like, and then like it was like the community was just like, yeah, I be at the games all the time. Like, you gonna come? You what you thinking? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, this not even a part of the visit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is just genuine. That's what
Yeah.
like genuine interactions really like would sell me.
Hmm. Wow. So just complete strangers coming up to you, striking up conversations when they saw that
Yeah.
tag, already feeling like family. Wow. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now you said your visit, you came by yourself. So you mean the visit was solo? It wasn't a traditional visit with a bunch of other recruits?
No, like I'm saying is I came like I didn't have no family member or
Family.
nothing
Okay.
with me. Like, yeah, it was
Okay.
just me by myself.
Okay. What about future teammates? Did you get a chance to meet any of them on the visit? Were any of them visiting with you,
Um,
or have you started to get to know them since you committed?
yeah, like the guys that committed with me when I came on my visit, we in a group chat, like we talk and stuff like that. Uh, other than that, I haven't really spoken to any of my future teammates just yet. No,
Okay.
I haven't.
And when are you planning on enrolling? Because I know you're still in school up there.
After I leave here, I should enroll for the summer session, uh,
Okay.
May 26th.
Okay. Gotcha. You going to get a chance to make it to the spring game, or no?
I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to. I was talking to my mom about that. I'm still debating.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully you can, but if not, hey, we get it, man. Coming from Philly, guy, we
Yeah,
understand how it is. As long as you get down here in the summer, that's the main thing.
yeah.
But
I
I'm sure
can't
you're
wait.
following everything on social media. You're seeing everything, the videos and
I
everything.
be
So
reposting. I be seeing they working hard in the weight room. They be. I'm trying. I be trying to really get out there. I'm ready to get down there. Like I love my JUCO and I love what it did for me. But like, I'm just ready to work. And I'm a Tiger now, so I'm ready to work with the Tigers.
mhm. So what are you looking for the most? Whether it be football, whether it be school, whether it be, just just getting away from home for the first time. What do
Honestly,
you?
it's really football. Like I'm ready to just play, cause like I don't get to I don't get to contribute in spring ball up here. Like I can't put no pads on because
Right,
I have no more eligibility in JUCO.
right,
So I really be watching everybody and that excitement. Like I want to play ball. Like
yeah.
I be ready to play, and I be seeing them like they looking nice down there. So
Hmm.
I'm trying to be a part of that.
Yeah, I know that's tough, man. Being right up there, but can't participate in the spring.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I
be
know you
doing
want to.
everything right, working out, but it's just like that
Hmm.
one little thing that everybody be doing it for. I can't do it right now, so
Hmm.
I just be focusing there.
Right, right. Cool, man. Cool, good stuff, good stuff. And also in the classroom, what are we looking at as far as eligibility and what is your major? What do you want to do after football?
I wanted to do business or art design.
Hmm.
I wanted
Okay.
to be an art design major, and right now my eligibility in the classroom is good. Right now, I'm trying to get. I was dean's list last semester. I'm trying to continue that, or even get president's list here at Lackawanna. So
Mhm.
everything been looking good for me on that standpoint in the
Mhm.
classroom and stuff.
And specifically, when I say eligibility, I more so meant how many years of eligibility you
Oh,
have.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're good.
I got 2 years of eligibility left.
Okay.
I used 2 years of eligibility in JUCO, and I have 2 years left for there.
Hmm. Cool, cool. I want to go back to something that you mentioned earlier. You were just talking about the fans on social media. So expound on that a little bit. What do you see from the fans as far as support and just tweets and stuff like that? Like, what are some
Yeah,
crazy messages and things that you see?
my tweets, my comments probably on average from a post from Jackson State, like the community and stuff. I probably get 100 comments.
Mm,
Like every time I'm posting something, like I get comments, love, like everything. Like it just be a lot of love in the comments and stuff, like a lot of likes and stuff, and then even transfer over to my Instagram and all that.
hmm. Yeah, no doubt, man. That's what we say. That's why we say D I love, man. You'll realize it more once you get down here, man. You'll definitely see what we mean. It's a family. It's a family. I know. You probably. I don't know if you got. Did you get a chance to visit the stadium when you were
Oh
on the
yeah,
visit? Okay.
I visited the vet. The vet, I can't wait to play in it.
Hmm. So
Be
so
huge.
when you walked in that thing, I know it was empty, but when you walked in, just kind of looked around, is what was
Yeah,
going
I
through
could
your
just
mind.
imagine though, because the games be packed.
Hmm.
Like,
Absolutely.
I'm like, yeah, this is great. And
Hmm.
my mom said she was gonna come down for try to at least come down for 2 games this
Sure.
year too. So
Sure.
I'm excited for that.
Okay. All right. And also for those fans, we talked about how they show you love on social media. Give me a message for the fans. They're all watching. What do you want to say to them until you can get down here to Jackson and meet them face to face and start interacting with them?
This year gonna be big. It's gonna be different too. It's gonna be a real movie. Like Coach TC really got something cooking up. Like our class was just the beginning. Like
Mhm.
it's gonna be real different.
Good
Nothing.
stuff. Good stuff. Okay. And for those handful of fans who are not following you on social media, it's probably one or two out there that don't know you on social media. So let them know where they can find you on Instagram and
uh
Twitter or wherever you're at.
oh, my Instagram is one dot underscore DTB. That's probably the my social media that really don't get no love. My Twitter is also DeAndre Towns Blue is my name.
Did you say you don't get the Instagram doesn't get a lot of love? Say that one more time because
No,
if
no,
the fans hear that, if
I'm
they
saying I'm saying my Twitter is probably the least that need any help getting love.
okay, okay, you need help on Instagram. You need
Yeah.
look. Okay, say that one more time for the fans. Give them that Instagram and watch what happens. Watch this. What's
It's,
that Instagram handle?
it's one dot underscore DTB.
Okay, you're about to blow up. That's all it took. That's all it took. All right, man. Hey, look, we appreciate this. We're looking forward to hey pancakes. It's all about some pancakes, man. We're looking
Always,
forward to it.
always.
Uh,
Thank you, and I appreciate you.
okay, man. And don't be a stranger to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club.
Never.
All right.